Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy with First Like Mopars. I just finished a 1,300 mile road trip towing full capacity with my 2020 Dodge Durango. I got a few things to say about it, so here we go. As you can see, I've got it loaded with a 1978 Plymouth Trailduster. So this is the 2020, it's the RT, but it's also all-wheel drive. So its towing capacity is actually 7,200 pounds. The Trailduster weighing in right at about 4,600. The U-Haul trailer, maybe about 1,700. That combined with all of our luggage and personnel, we were right at about 7,000 in tow. So right there at capacity. Like I said, 1,300 miles. Did it in 4 days, 2 days up, 2 days back. Went there for hot August nights. Truck did a pretty good job. But the tow was pretty interesting. Coming from a truck guy, I've owned 2 Dodge 3500s. This is definitely obviously a lot lighter duty than those, but the experience was pretty pleasant. So as you can see, it's pretty low to the ground, but not too far. There's still a decent amount of gap between the tire and the fender with it fully loaded, maybe about 3 inches. I've got a drop hitch on it right now from the truck, 4-inch drop. Probably could have done without that, but didn't have any problems with it. The whole trip up and back. Tire is a little bit too big for the U-Haul strap, so I had to improvise a little. Now, the 2020 came with the towing package. So it's got the integrated brake system here by my right knee, which I'll show you right there. However, because I used a U-Haul trailer, it's only got hydraulic brakes actuated by me braking the car. I couldn't actually use that brake controller. So if I had electronic brakes, that would have been perfect. I could have used that the whole trip. Obviously I didn't have that, so I had to just go old school. Now, 1,300 miles, the gas mileage was not too bad. See if you can see this here. So right at about 15. Park sense. So not too bad at all. I didn't add up all the receipts. Obviously it was quite a long trip, but averaging 15 was not bad at all. I set that right when we took off from San Diego, and I have not touched it since. So it looks like it just clicked from 15.2 to 15.1, but not bad at all. I didn't even have to use the paddles majority of the trip. This 8-speed automatic transmission did a phenomenal job at choosing the gear. I only really shifted it to the paddles in the beginning, thinking that I needed to. I ended up never needing to. So going through the Grapevine over across Tahoe, I didn't have to really adjust it at all. The transmission knew which gear it needed to be in. It didn't even lag. I was never waiting for it to shift gears. It was always right there. It was pretty enjoyable, to be honest. The only time I ever had any kind of scares or issues towing this, of course, was moving downhill. Going down the Grapevine or down from Tahoe, if I was in some traffic and I had to really worry about people coming alongside of me, then I would definitely both hand the steering wheel and pay 100% attention. It would push the Durango around a little, only going downhill, and all of that could have been corrected had this trailer had electronic brakes. I would have been able to set a 1 or 2% drag from the trailer brakes, but it kept me nice and straight. Of course, I didn't have that, but I was still able to manage. So, overall, towing at capacity. Would I do it again? Maybe, not for a little while. Not with a U-Haul trailer, that's for sure. If I do end up getting a different trailer and it's got electronic brakes, then I would have absolutely no problem doing this again. Long trips in general kind of suck, but this Durango handled perfectly. It's got enough power to do anything I ever wanted. I didn't struggle at all pulling up the hills. I was still jamming at 65, passing all the big rigs. It's got the exact same engine and trans that the 1500 Ram does. Axle ratio, I think, is still at a 373, which is not bad at all. Obviously, it's independent for the Durango, but you wouldn't really be able to tell. It handled really nicely. And so that was it right there. Besides the downhill strokes, having some issues there, everything else felt like I was driving a 1500 pickup. You know, it's not really comparable to a diesel. Diesel would have just yanked it along and I would have forgotten it was there. But this was a really smooth, nice, enjoyable ride. So Durango handled it just fine. If you got any questions or comments, you know, please feel free to reach out to me in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you when I can.